So my name is Dakota Stewart, and I'm the founder and CEO of LifePod Core, a company here in Austin, Texas that does emergency management by building LifePods. And these are what we call LifePods, are containerized units that supply water, electricity, and housing to disaster areas. And we also have an in-house training program for veterans that teaches them how to weld, do HVAC, and electrician. So they learn how to build these life pods while they're going to school at a trade school, and then by the time they graduate, they'll have on-the-job experience. They can either take that to the workforce or they can stay with us and continue building life pods. While we're getting going on this, life pod, one of our first things, or I guess areas we wanted to help out with was the Newark, New Jersey water crisis. And for a lot of people who haven't heard about it, it was in the news for about a week, but they're basically the new Flint, Michigan. And their entire city infrastructure is contaminated with dangerous levels of lead. And so nobody can drink the tap water. They were just dumping off, pallets and pallets of bottled water for an entire city to drink from, cook from, send their kids to school with. And after talking with some city officials and, different people that are involved in that, we had raised some money. We have a strategic partnership with one of our water generator distributors, and we got a couple of generators donated up there. And we were going to use that as a press release, leverage, saying, hey, look at what this, Texas nonprofit and, these people in Newark, New Jersey are doing to solve this water problem. And when we started to advertise this, it was just so much pushback from the city, from Facebook shutting down our ads because they were saying they were political ads. So that's been one of the hardest things on getting this thing going, is we're messing with or disrupting some powerful industries with utilities, water, housing, energy. So it hasn't been easy, but we're still pushing along. And the next thing we have in our sights, we've been wanting to rebuild some houses in the Bahamas and help out in Puerto Rico. Get some of the microgrids back up, and what's special about this is we can deploy a house in an area or houses and get water going, electricity going within a day, whereas with Puerto Rico, after Hurricane Maria came through a few years ago, they went an entire year without power and water, right? And what we're seeing now in the coronavirus, supermarkets are sold out, everything's going crazy, people are losing their minds. So we haven't necessarily had to face these problems as a country, but for a U.S. territory like Puerto Rico that's been down there for over a year, that was almost 2.5 years ago, then they just had earthquakes come through. And we've still got humanitarian relief sitting in warehouses. It's unacceptable. We have the people, we have the resources, we have the financials to make this happen, and we want to be the people to do it. So we're not taking no for an answer. I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years. I was what they call a scout observer. So we call in airstrikes, mortars, artillery, medevacs, helicopter medevacs, and just did one pump to Afghanistan and got out.